Hello again, guys. What's up? It's Patrick. It's after work. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. And for those of you playing along at home, I did end up getting my beard shaved and my hair cut and all that stuff. Just because my boss mentioned it to me. You know, I got a subtle hint that maybe it would be good for me to get a haircut and to have my beard shaved. Because, you know, they are thinking about giving me regular shifts, and that is, you know, my main priority right now, to get regular shifts and health insurance, which I haven't had at all for like 5 years or so. I haven't had any health benefits. Fortunately, I have a really good GP that I've been going to ever since my pediatrician retired, who is really good about, you know, kicking me down free drug samples and cutting me breaks on his visit fee and stuff. So, but still, I'm getting close to that age where I got to start getting some preventative screening procedures done and stuff like that, and, you know, maybe get a blood cholesterol level, and you know, I need to get an endoscopy because I've got a family history of rectal cancer and stuff like that. So I really got to get on this stuff because, you know, now is about the time to do it. Get a good physical exam, you know, all that good stuff. Maybe do something about this back pain. I only had 2 visits today. My boss woke me up, got me out of bed at the crack of noon to do 2 visits because some of the other nurses were swamped, and I had set today aside to do homework. I wasn't planning on working today, but I just couldn't pass up a shift, you know, that was offered. So it was only 2 visits. They were very pleasant. Got to do a little symptom management, a little bit of you know, questions about some chronic pain from cancer, and I got to do some pleural drainage, which is always fun. Some high-tech plumbing, some high-tech vacuum plumbing. Yes, good stuff. In case you don't know what pleural drainage is, some people have conditions because of cancer or because of just primary pleurisy, where fluid starts to collect in the space in between the chest wall and the lung, and there's no like physiological process for draining that fluid away if fluid happens to collect there. So it just builds and builds and builds, and it impinges on the lungs. You know, it like takes up room that the lungs could be expanding into. So people get a little catheter placed in their chest wall, and then you attach a drainage container that has a vacuum in it, or maybe more accurately, doesn't have anything in it. And you hook the vacuum drainage canister up to it, and then you unclamp everything, and then all of the fluid just drains out. But people can't always tolerate having all of the fluid drained out, and they'll report intense pain for a period of afterwards when you do this. So you know, you just kind of listen to people. It's like, oh, I only want 400 cc's drained out. And you're like, okay, that's fine. And, you know, there's pain medication for afterwards, you know, if it gets to be uncomfortable. So I haven't done any of my homework yet. It's like 5 o'clock at night, and I've got like, I think 3 250-word writing assignments to do. I have to read the Iliad and Works and Days tonight, and then write 250 words about what I think it says about the culture that it was written in. Yeah. I checked my grades from last week, and I got 100% on everything. And I didn't even look at any of the textbooks. It was all like, give examples of characteristics that shows that China is a civilization, and how those characteristics show that that civilization is different from Mesopotamia and Egypt. And I didn't like use a textbook or anything. I just kind of wrote stream of consciousness style for about 270 words, and then handed it in. And I got a perfect score on it, so looks like this is another expensive waste of my time. Fortunately, since it's a core curriculum class, it's only a $1,500 waste of time instead of a $4,000 waste of time. Well, I'm pretty excited about meeting with Human Resources next week and talking about getting regular shifts. That's a meeting that I'm very much looking forward to. So I'm going to be splitting a caseload with one of the other nurses, and so she's going to have to orient me and show me some of the electronic charting features that I don't use because I'm a per diem, like appointment scheduling and stuff like that. I never really have to do because I schedule all my appointments verbally, you know. So she's going to show me some of the patient handoff procedures and any documentation conventions that might be a little bit different for the actual case manager instead of the per diem case manager. But yeah, I'm pretty enthusiastic about that. I think that'll be a good thing. So after this, in about an hour and a half or so, I'm meeting up with an old friend of mine. We went to the same elementary school, and we're going to go back to that elementary school that's been laying vacant for the last few years. And last time I went there, I took pictures of the structure itself and some of the interiors and the playgrounds and stuff, all, you know, decaying and overrun with weeds and stuff like that. You know, it was a pretty cool little photo shoot. I think I shot like 118 pictures or so. So next we're going to go in back of the school where there used to be a nature trail that we all built back when we were Cub Scouts, you know, like many, many years ago. And there were some wooden structures back there, like bridges and walkways and some things like that. So we're going to try to, you know, forge our way into that nature trail and take pictures and see what's left. It might be interesting. It might just be a bunch of overgrowth and stuff. You know, we'll have to take a look and see. It might be a fun thing to take pictures of. We're going to do it like right around like a half hour before sunset, so we can have some mood lighting. I think this kid's got a much better camera than I do, so we should have some interesting stuff come out of it. I'll have to remember to stuff my pant cuffs into my socks so I don't get any ticks or anything. This is tick country, you gotta be aware of that. So if you're curious, if you like this haircut, if you think that they did a good job, the thanks goes to Melissa Harvey at Lords and Ladies in the Crystal Mall. She's my hairstylist. She's the one I always go see. She shaved my beard for me and stuff too, which is really nice of her. So if you're looking for a hairstylist, that's the one that I recommend. She has like theater and show business training, you know, theater and show business quality training. She does like bridal parties and stuff like that. So she's definitely worth going to. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Nothing too interesting going on, nothing too exciting to talk about. I'm off this weekend to go to this show, to go to the Secret Chiefs show. I think I mentioned last time. Secret Chiefs 3, rather, over in Milford. So it'll be nice to have a whole weekend off. I've been picking up a lot of weekend shifts, and it sounds like if I do take on regular shifts and get benefits, I'm going to be expected to work weekends regularly, which I don't mind. You know, my career's got to come first, and, you know, getting benefits and regular pay and stuff like that. And so I don't mind working regularly on the weekends. I don't really do anything that exciting on the weekends anyway, so at least nothing that I wouldn't also do on a weekday, let me put it that way. So working regular weekends will be alright. It's pretty laid back. That's pretty much all that's going on now.